Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, drone pilots, wherever you are, whenever you are. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the battery charger to charge your lithium polymer battery. If in doubt, always ask somebody who knows what they're doing. This can be a very dangerous process if it's not done correctly. With that said, today we're going to be charging this 2S LiPo battery with a capacity of 2.2 amp hours or 2200 milliamp hours. So we have two leads on this battery. One is the power lead, which is an XT60 connector, which can handle 60 amps. And the other is the balance lead, which provides a connection across both internal cells. First, let's check the charge status of this battery. So we have here this battery checker, and it works by measuring the voltage of the battery. This battery is 8.127 volts across both cells. And internal on this battery checker is a lookup table to convert that voltage to percent charged. This one is 85% charged. This is a 2S battery. If you have a 3S, 4S, 5S, 6S battery, all you have to do is plug the balance lead into this battery checker. You can also check each individual cell, what its voltage is. So one of the cells' voltage is 4.056 volts, the other is 4.068 volts. So it's close to being fully charged, but there's still a little bit of ability to charge it a little bit more. So that's how we check the status of the battery. Now this is the charger we'll be using. It's a very old model, very simple to operate, but if you don't operate it correctly, it could result in a very dangerous battery fire. So please be very careful. I'll zoom out here. On the side are two banana plugs with the main charging cable, and also on the side are ports for the balance lead. So you plug the balance lead in here and you plug the charging cable in here. So let's zoom in and go through the menu. Get the focus. A little bit of a reflection there, so let's put a pencil underneath it so it's not reflecting. Okay, I'll just hold it. So we have it set to discharge now because I was discharging it earlier, so we want to change what we're doing by using the status. So we can charge it, balance it, fast charge, storage, discharge, or charge. So we're going to charge it. And the first thing we need to do is set the battery type. So there's nickel metal hydride, nickel cadmium, lead, LiPo, nickel, etc. So if you get this wrong, you will charge the battery incorrectly and you could create a LiPo or any battery fire. So make sure you select the right battery chemistry. Ours is LiPo. Hit start. And now there's two parameters that we're going to charge it. One is how much current we charge it with, and the other is how many cells we're charging. Now the amount of current that you should charge it with should be at most the capacity. So in this case, you should charge it with at most 2.2 amps of current. Anything more than that is dangerous. And if it's fully discharged, then it will take you 1 hour approximately to charge that. I usually don't push the limits on these batteries. I usually use 2 amps if I'm in a normal operation. Right now, I'm going to use one. Let's just put it 1.5. Let's say 1.6. Oops, sorry. Oh, hold on. So I got out of there. We got to get back to LiPo. Enter. And now we're in the main menu and click start. And this is where we select how much current. So just to change it, we're going to charge at 1.6 amps. Hit enter. Now this is how many cells we have. And we have 2 cells. You make sure you get that right. It doesn't auto check that. We hit enter. So now we've programmed the charge correctly. So in order to charge it, start charging it, I have to hold down the start button. And after I've held it down for a while, it asks me, are you sure you want to do this? Just to make sure. And then you say yes, enter, and it will start charging. So now it's charging. This is the instantaneous charging current, 1.6 amps. This is the voltage of the battery, 8.18 volts. This is how long it's been charging for, and this is how many milliamp hours it's put back into the battery. If you start with a 0% battery and charge it to 100%, then that will put back 2200 milliamp hours for our battery. So you let that run until it's done, and it will beep loudly and automatically stop charging when it's done. Toward the end of the charging cycle, it'll slow down. The very last few percent, it has a much smaller charge, and it's all programmed in to be safe if you use it correctly. I should mention there's also a manual, so consult the manual if you have any questions. This doesn't explain that. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop it because we don't want to wait for a whole hour on the video. But there's a couple other methods of a couple of things that this charger can do. It can create a balanced charge. So when you normally charge it, it charges it through the main leads, and it charges both batteries at the same time. However, sometimes the battery is not balanced. One cell may be slightly higher voltage than the other, and you want to get it perfectly balanced. So that's what the balance charge does, is it charges through the balance lead, and it makes sure that each cell gets to the exact same voltage. I've never found that necessary, but if your cells are out of balance, then that would be something you'd want to do. The next thing you can do is fast charge. I don't advise you to do that at this time for the risk of fire. Now, storage charge will bring the battery to about half charged, because when you store LiPo batteries for a long time, to maximize their usefulness and lifetime, you should store them around between 40 and 60% charge. If you store them fully charged for a long time, like months or years, or fully discharged for a long time, they don't last as long on the shelf. So this will bring it to a storage charge, which I guess is 3.7 volts. And then discharge will discharge it completely down to 6 volts if you want to charge it, bring it all the way down to 0 volts. Okay, there's one other, so let's do that again, just for a demo. It's charging. There's one other thing I forgot that you can show on here, which is while it's charging, you can show the voltage of each battery. So you can see they're pretty close, and it displays them in real time. So let's hit stop. And that's how you charge a LiPo battery. Always, always, always charge it when you're present. Never charge it when you're not present, because a fire could occur at any time, and it's very dangerous if you're not there to take corrective action. Happy flying!